Always happy to help. What do you need? I was thinking about a story my father once told me. He was a scoundrel, but he could spin a fine yarn when he wasn't robbing caravans. Have you ever heard the tale of the Eternal Companions? The Eternal Companions were a group of warriors that traveled the ancient kingdoms, well before the formation of the Empire. They were said to be giants, to know styles no one could match, and to always appear to offer their services to a kingdom when times were worst. What made me bring this up was just a simple thought. Were these companions real people once? Were they just like us? Something tells me they were, but not in the way you'd expect. You know how legends tend to grow in the telling? I think they also absorb other tales as they go. I doubt it. For instance, we have yet to wipe out a rival kingdom. Failing that, I'm a bit shy of 12 feet tall. The point is that when things are wrong, people believe that someone will do something about it. Whether we succeed or not, we are those someones right now. More importantly, you're the someone. You're the real reason we're together, and I worry about how much of this rides on your shoulders. What I'm really trying to say is that I know this can't be easy for you, but I will stand beside you, whatever comes our way. Of course, it's the least I can do. Maybe we'll talk again later if you'd like. For now, let's just get back to what we were doing. There is one thing that's been puzzling me. No, it's nothing. We have things we should do instead of wasting time talking. This could be a delicate subject, so well, stop me if I say anything out of line. It's just that well, Silk Fox is obviously attracted to you, but you don't seem all that interested. And then there's Dawn Star, who's clearly... She idolizes you, and yet there's nothing between you. Is there I don't know, some reason? Me? You mean, I wondered. It wasn't just the princess or Dawn Star. You came and spoke to me often. Certainly about nothing this important, but... I'm not quite sure how I feel right now, but you've certainly given me something to think about. I've never met someone like you, and that's maybe a place to start. I need to think about this privately for a little while. We'll talk later. Regarding our little talk earlier, I couldn't let you go into that place without saying something. I've never encountered someone like you before. We are companions fighting for our lives together, but we could be more. I don't want to talk about it at length right now. You have more pressing things to deal with, but after you're done, we should talk. If anyone can deal with their kind, it's you. But that doesn't mean I could let you go in there without speaking up. Just be careful while you're in there, and don't let them get to you. Remember why you're going in, and get out as soon as you can. I don't know if it was good advice particularly, but I needed to say it. My gut tells me that things won't go smoothly in there. Zhu's sudden disappearance has me worried. I was beginning to think we could trust the man, but the assassins can be most persuasive. Who's to say Zhu isn't preparing a trap for you to earn back favor with his old brethren? Hopefully my instinct is wrong. Regardless, I've said my piece. Come back safe. We wouldn't want to miss our audience with the Emperor. Sagacious Zhu sacrificed himself so that you could continue. That reminded me how dangerous our task truly is. I hope so too. He certainly earned a reprieve, if only from hating himself so much. I don't think you would have survived Death's Hand. Even if you had, would you be in any shape to face his master, the Emperor? Your master obviously trained you well, but you've come a long way even since we met. It's true, though half of them have come from watching you, and the rest are the result of being desperate to survive, if only to see what happens next. I know this seems a strange thing to ask now of all times, but do you ever wonder what you'll do after we rescue your master? I have my own ideas, but I'd be interested in hearing yours. What about your master? What do you think will happen with him? I've wondered the same thing, but your master is a strong man. What about you? Where do you see yourself? Some sort of holiday? A break from the drudgery of fighting the Empire? You'd get bored. Allow me a prediction, if you will. I do not think we will all survive, not against these odds. But those of us who do will find a way to return to our normal lives. When you think about it, that leaves only the question of us, doesn't it? That's the tricky one. Yes, I do. We've talked long enough. As it stands, I'm gonna have to listen to Whirlwind's lewd innuendos for the next 2 days at least. Given what we're facing, I don't know if we should go further with this until you rescue your master. The last thing you need is a distraction. Trust me, you're not the only one, but you can't afford distractions right now. There will be time later. I promised you I wouldn't be a distraction, but I have to say something. You're going to rescue Master Li. I know you'll find a way, but still, you've been the best of companions, and I've come to value that in ways I didn't expect. You're not like anyone else. You fight like a demon, and yet you value honor and harmony. So many people would abuse your skills. What can I say? Your company brings out the best in me. Look, I'm trying to tell you that before you go, I want you to be careful. Well, no. I just... Look, you can't afford to be distracted in there. You go, you win, and we'll deal with this later, I promise. Thank you. Whatever happens in there, I'll be there for you when this is all over. We should get going. Don't worry about me. I'm just a tongue-tied fool today. Let's go. It's quiet tonight. It won't last. Your master has already unleashed his hounds. At least we got here first. I don't like to think of you walking out of that gate and into their arms. I would need a dastardly clever plan to get you out of that. I thought about a discussion earlier. Remember, I was asking you about the future and what you wanted for yourself when all this was done. I remember you saying you wanted to rest after all this ended. Somehow, I suspected you wouldn't consider what happened at the end. When Dawn Star began having visions, I just knew that you were fighting your way back. What else could she be seeing? So we followed, and here we are, with the new Emperor's army on the way. I don't know how we'll survive, but we'll find a way. Whatever it takes, I'll be there with you until the end. The only thing that really matters is that you made it back to me. I knew even death wouldn't stop you, my last spirit monk. If you can tell me, I want to hear all about it, in a bit. I never did say what I wanted to before the palace, you know? You had the courage to say what I wanted to, but I wasn't able to reply. Not properly. I would never have expected this, but you and we're more than companions. I didn't get a chance to tell you that you were in my every thought, that whenever I could, I kept you in my sight just to know you were there, that you had become everything. When you fell, it was like a part of me shattered. I thought that peace would be broken forever, but we have another chance. I love you, and I never want to let you go. Absolutely. We are a long way from the farm I once called home. I never thought I would make such a journey. Your master is a formidable opponent. We cannot leave the Empire in his hands. I will help you carry that weight, but I'm not sure how much use I can be. Nothing can move me from your side. No matter what comes, I will be there for you. You know it. Let's finish this. Always happy to help. What do you need? At this exact instant? I'm sorry, but if I'm going to be honest, and I think that honesty is the best policy here, then I can't tell you. You inspire the occasional distracted moment, and who am I to fly in the face of decorum? Good point. Still, there are some things better left unsaid. It makes them that much more intriguing. I'll never tell. If I did, you'd stop doing whatever it is, wouldn't you? That would be a shame. Probably, though I have high hopes that one day I'll rectify that situation. Only time will provide a solution. We'll just have to wait and see how things turn out. It's not that I don't want to talk, but I know time is of the essence, and I'd hate to hold you up.